Visible is kind of like a choice. I don't think it's an introvert or extrovert thing, especially when it comes to social media.
You said that in the AI era, like people want to trust a human. So isn't there a contradiction that we create an AI to make people trust us as a human?
Giving value first before providing the service helps to actually build that trust and also helps to build up your customer base.
So how to overcome this shyness? How to be bold to sell?
The positioning does affect the outcome of it, whether you are the person being hired or the person hiring.
Hi everyone, my name is Tanya Gromenko and welcome to my podcast Seasons of Courage, where we meet inspiring people, uncover their life journeys, and hopefully this can give you guys a way to take a courageous step in your own life as well. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for future episodes. Okay guys, I'm so excited for this episode because here with me I have Sabrina Princessa Wang. She is a serial entrepreneur. She's also a bestselling book author, and she's an expert in AI, marketing, and automation. And by the way, she has been an entrepreneur for 27 years, right? And she has a very unique and interesting story because she has been very visible. She has a very strong personal brand. She has been speaking in different conferences and events, and she's kind of like always out there, right? So I decided we could actually bring up a topic of, the courage to be seen. Because being seen is important if you want to achieve things in your career, in your business. But for many people, it comes with a lot of fear. And it also, I guess, comes with a lot of consequences as well. So I'm just wondering, were you always visible from the start?
I wouldn't say that I was always visible from the start, but I actually started off blogging and creating content, and I was actually a journalist in the past as well. So I'm in a way kind of like media trained, so I write a lot. I'm in front of the camera a lot. But there was a period that when I was more focused on building my tech company, that I wasn't as visible, a little bit more on the back end. But after that season itself, I realized that building up that personal brand is actually really, really important. And that's also one of the reasons why I decided, to become a speaker for AI and automation and to be more front-facing, because building up that personal brand when you actually create different companies or different product ranges, it actually helps to accelerate the growth a lot faster.
Amazing. I think what I remember from our first conversation when we first met, you said that right now it's no longer about B2B, B2C, it's human to human, right? So it's like your personal brand really matters. And what really also resonated with me is that sometimes we feel like, we need to build a business without really getting heavily involved, without getting our face involved in this business. But in your opinion, it is always helpful to build a personal brand, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of, how did it impact your life? Since the very first, since the very start when you started, showing up out there, how did it impact your life? Did you have to, let go of something, or did it expose you in a certain way? What were the consequences, and maybe positive consequences and negative consequences?
So because it was seasonal, right? So when I think at the initial point, right, when there was no social media back then, right, I have already been doing a lot of events. And in fact, at one period, I was actually doing gaming as well. So it's very front-facing, very in-person. But at the same time, right, people tend to talk behind your backs a lot. And it's not really very justifiable, especially when it comes to at that period where there is no social media, right? You can't even justify yourself. So you can only let them say what they feel, even though some of the people I have never even met before. Then after that, when I was focusing a little bit more on the back end stuff, right, I realized that without that showing up, without that being visible, it actually took a lot more time and effort to actually build up the brand name, because people trust people. People don't trust functions. So from that, I learned that it is actually quite important. And nowadays, especially since, so now in the current season itself, with more AI, right, the trust level becomes a major consideration. Like, you could create a brand with just avatars, but when there isn't a person behind it, it makes people feel as though, like, can I really trust this brand? Is this really a person? Is it just a facade? And of course, because of that, there is also a lot of, other kinds of issues, security issues. So it became a very trust currency currently, which is why I find that, showing up builds that additional trust. But also because of that, it also takes up a lot more time. But if you're able to actually build up that trust with your community, your customers, it helps you to accelerate your growth a lot faster as well. So there's always negative and positives to it. Like, the negative part is that, there will be people that assume they know you, that talk badly about you. And people that, the pros here is that because you're showing up, you can actually, in a way, justify yourself, or kind of like let people really know who you are more authentically. And also be able to share your voice more, so that you can actually help more people in the long run.
Yeah. Do you feel like, did you ever have inferiority complex, like especially back then when you were just starting out, being visible? Like, did you ever have these feelings that, oh, am I actually qualified to speak? Like, will people actually trust me and believe me? Because I feel like a lot of people have that. And that's what's stopping them from speaking, speaking out and being visible.
If I say this, I think a lot of people are not going to like me, but I'm just going to be honest about it. I think one of my strengths here is that I don't really have imposter syndrome. I feel as though that, I wouldn't say that it's not narcissism per se, but it's more of that I'm sharing what I know. I'm not sharing what I don't know. It's not something that I chat GPT and then got the answers, memorize it and saying. I'm actually saying it based off my experience. So I don't think there's anything, I don't feel there's anything wrong by sharing my experience in my point of view. So I don't feel that, I don't really have that imposter syndrome where I don't feel that it's enough. But I do also understand that not some things that I say might not resonate with everyone, and I might not be the most expert in that particular field, but I hope that whatever that I'm sharing, the experiences that I have, can help the people that are maybe less experienced to have a little bit more shortcut on how to, get there faster.
I see. That's interesting. I actually feel the same about myself as well. I just feel like I just share whatever I know, but I do my best, and some people might not like it. Some people might like it, but at least I try my best, right? So, and then addressing the negative point about being visible, like when people, talk some negative things about you. So it means that it doesn't really bother you much, right? Or did it?
So I wouldn't say it doesn't bother me much, but it started to bother me less. So when I was younger, of course, it bothered me a little bit more because I don't really know how to handle it. But once you are there for, you're showing up more often and you get kind of used to it. And plus, like social media on a daily basis, there will be positive and negative comments. I have people telling me that, oh, you don't look like your avatar, that you're a fraud, this is not true, this is a scam. When they don't even know me and probably have not even consumed my content, but they just want to say it. So you kind of try to departmentalize it to people that you know and trust and are, like that they know you, into that segment where, what they say matters more, and kind of compartmentalize the people that actually don't know you and don't feel bad about it because they just want to say it.
Yeah. I feel one of the rules of the game of social media, right? You are exposed, you are visible, and you are kind of like, you're open, like an open book for these different comments, different types of comments. And it does take internal strength to kind of like filter it and not take it personally. So at least it took some time for me as well to to deal with it. Yeah. So as far as I understand from you, for every entrepreneur out there, or even a person who is, building their career, maybe in the corporate world, building their personal brand really matters. So, but one of the things that I get from my friends who are trying to build their personal brands, they say, I am an introvert. I don't like to be on social media. I don't like to expose my face. And I don't like to create content. So how can these people be visible?
Okay, so I think being visible is kind of like a choice. I don't think it's an introvert or extrovert thing, especially when it comes to social media, because being an introvert is more of like you need more personal space in that sense. So I think it's really a mindset thing. And if let's say you're really not comfortable showing your face, you can't openly say that this is your avatar. Like in my social media, all my content is actually created using my avatar. Some of it is still in person, like when I go for events and things like that. But usually when I create content, it's all actually AI generated. And I'm very upfront that it is actually AI generated. I'm also very upfront that sometimes the responses are also by my AI twin, which is called Seraphina.
Okay.
So I think if let's say you are really not comfortable, then technology kind of helps you there, because you can use that character that you create, whether it is of yourself or of a mascot, to actually help to represent you.
I see. But I'm just curious to know, because you said that in the AI era, like people want to trust a human. So isn't there a contradiction that we create an AI to make people trust us as a human? So like how to approach this?
So I think that the lack of trust here when it comes to like AI avatars and mascots, right, is more of that if you hide behind it, or you are hiding the fact that it is an avatar.
If you're hiding if you are hiding that it's an avatar, you try to make people see that it's a real person, right? Okay.
Something like that, yeah. Because I think, throughout time, right? Like we watch cartoons and we resonate with the cartoon characters as well. So these are characters. It does build trust because they are showing up in the for a long period of time, and we know who are the people that actually created it. So I think when it comes to AI avatars, it's kind of the same thing. People know that I created Seraphina, and I do show up in person as well. It's just that, as you said, like for introverts, although I'm not introverted, but for introverts, it can be more convenient and more comfortable for them to be able to show up in a different form. It's still them. It's just that, they're showing up in a different form.
But they still need to show their face sometimes, right? Or not necessarily?
I think that this is personal. I would recommend to do that, because if you see artists, right, they also do show up in meet and greets, because that actually helps to build trust. But I think ultimately it's also like consistency. So like top of the mind, like Mickey Mouse or like Snoopy, we don't really remember who the artist is. We know it is a character. We know that it is what they advocate for is for good. And we do like these characters as well, but sometimes we don't really remember who exactly created it, but we know that it was created by humans. So I think you wouldn't really trust Mickey Mouse per se, for advice, but you would trust the lifestyle or the messaging that it's trying to bring across. So I think that is one element of trust as well. It's just a different element of it. So I think it goes back to, it is an option and a personal choice. But my personal recommendation is, especially in this AI era, if you are okay from time to time to show up as the real person, it would actually give a lot more people confidence.
Okay. So as far as I understand, it's not about being an introvert, extrovert, it's just a choice. So basically you make a choice and you just stick to it. You need to be consistent, putting your name out there and, and doing your best to share whatever whatever your experience is in your service or area of expertise, right? Yeah, I see. Interesting. So, What could you share more about how building a personal brand, your visibility impacted your businesses? Maybe you can share more about what kind of businesses you run, because there are multiple businesses. It's very inspiring how you started as an entrepreneur and you became an investor, right? So now you invest in different companies and you juggle so much. So how did visibility help you in this, in like scaling your own businesses, in attracting investors? Maybe how and maybe like could you really see it immediately, like when you started to show your face out there, speaking? What was exactly the impact?
Okay, so we go back into the past a bit, right? So when we talk about visibility, it need not be just social media. It could also be showing up in your community, could be grassroots. So when I was 15 and I started the first business, I was actually doing more wholesale. So in my community, I always show up because I will be procuring clothes, apparel. So I'm always showing up. Because of that, it actually helps to build trust with my suppliers and also my customers, because I'm always there, right? So they can trust and rely on me for providing the service to them. So then moving backwards, moving later on into technology, where I was actually doing more web hosting, game hosting solutions. I like to be very hands-on in whatever I do. So back then I was also like a gamer. I also write my blogs. So I'm basically providing a service that I'm actually doing for myself as well. So that also helps. And by showing up, that also helps to build the trust that, I'm actually using my own solutions as I am, providing that solution to them. So it's very tangible in that sense, because you can see, you can feel it, and you can see me use it as well. So I'm my own case study, while my clients becomes my case study thereafter.
So you wrote blogs at that time? During
Correct.
the gaming period.
Yes, I started blogging really, really
because
early.
there was no social media, right?
There's no social media, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, as I move more into creating other businesses, like for example, right now, right, I have my educational arm, I have my SaaS company, I have my AI twin. So quite a number of my companies are actually a little bit more tech-based, except, the earlier days where it's more traditional. And I think showing up helps people to trust that, at the end of the day, if let's say, something goes wrong, I'm on 12 different social media platforms. They know where to find me. I can't really hide from them. So the running away part becomes something that at least, they know that
you exist.
I exist. They can find me
Yeah.
somehow. I can't run away. So that did help to... the showing up did help to amplify the growth. That's why when I start companies these days, right, from 0 to, let's say, the first 100 customers, it's a lot faster than, when I first started off or when someone starts from scratch. So if, let's say, someone starts from scratch, I would always tell them the first aim is your first 10 customers first, then after that, the 100 customers, then the 1,000. But if you are someone like you are a creator or an influencer or speaker, the 0 to 100 is a lot faster. So your first goal need not be that 10. It could be the 100 or the 1,000. So that does help because you actually are showing up. And when you're actually showing up, you're actually giving value as well. So when you're actually giving value, that also helps to build up trust. So there's this rule, the 7-11-4 rule that my partner constantly tells me about, right? Showing up in different platforms, being there for people, giving value first before providing the service helps to actually build that trust and also helps to build up your customer base.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people, when you give value without asking anything back, right? They are more keen. People are more keen to trust you and to invest in your paid offers, right?
Yes, but one thing I noticed is also that when you do have a paid offer, you need to kind of highlight that, that you have a paid offer, because there's this thing about when it comes to social media and people in general is that if you don't ask them, like you don't have the call to action.
True.
they just won't do it. They won't automatically think, oh, I should pay the person.
And sometimes we as entrepreneurs, we feel like, oh, but this is clear, right? If you want some paid offer, you just go and ask or buy. But people, if you don't guide them to the next step, they will never take this next step, right?
Correct. Because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you know.
Yeah. And I feel a lot of entrepreneurs also struggle with selling their products. They are okay to give value, to share their experience, but when it comes to selling, they're kind of very shy because it feels like selling is bad in a way. So how to overcome this shyness? How to be bold to sell?
Okay, so there is the hard selling method and the soft selling method. So when you're soft selling, you're actually just introducing your products, your services, or your programs. And then after that, just letting people know that the offer exists. Of course, there's the hard selling method, which I shall not cover here. Let's go more on the soft selling part. So look at it as when you are doing a presentation, you're actually just guiding them through what the features can do, and so on and so forth. And then after that, guiding them to, okay, so if you want to be able to use the solution itself or buy this product, you need to click on the add to cart or the checkout button so that you can actually make the purchase. So look at it as if you are just guiding them through how to make that purchase. Because at the end of the day, it's the customer's choice whether they want to make the purchase or not. So you can't really force that action. But if you give them the option, then that's when the transaction can happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So you should not be afraid to soft sell, right? Or hard sell in some cases. So let's come back to the visibility part. Like, how did the visibility evolve for you over the years? The methods, the platforms that you use. You said first you started with blogging, then you probably moved to social media. Right now, I believe there are so many areas and so many methods how you really build your visibility. And I feel from what you shared last time, this is really your main goal right now, to keep building your personal brand. So what are these areas of visibility for you right now, and what do you do to constantly get your name out there even though you are already known? What's your next goal?
To be honest, I don't really have a next goal per se. Right now, I think what I'm advocating for is that I want to help the everyday people to be able to use technology better instead of fearing it. So that is kind of my advocation right now. In terms of having growing the visibility is really just, I think one thing is that to focus a little bit more on my community itself. And you know how people refer people, right? If you focus on your community and they like being in the community, they will refer their friends into the community as well. So that is one way of growth. The other way, of course, like I mentioned, I'm on 12 social media platforms. So I create content on every platform just so that I don't miss out on.
Could you share, please, which platforms? I don't even know 12 social media.
Okay, so there is Instagram, there is LinkedIn, there is Threads, there is Twitter, there is YouTube. Wait, what else? Pinterest. There is TikTok. There is I kind of consider Telegram and as a social media platform as well.
I guess so, yeah.
I also have my newsletters. Wait, let me see. What other platforms? So I consider my blog as a platform as well. And I lost count.
Yeah, I think it's around there already. So but you definitely don't manage it yourself, right? There is someone else. Or it's just AI would just do repurposing, content repurposing, right?
So I use I work with Seraphina a lot, almost on a daily basis. So she actually helps to generate the content. So we have a lot of conversations. So there's this topic on when if you use AI to generate your content, is it still authentic?
Yeah.
So I feel that this is really very much on whether or not you are actually communicating with the AI. If let's say you're just saying that, write me a content about AI and automation, that is not going to be authentic because that will be a very general output, right? But if let's say you're having the conversation, okay, this happened today, I feel this, you give it the story. That means you are actually talking to it, telling it what happened. And then from there, it actually helps you to craft the content. And then from there, help you to kind of break it down to the different platforms, because every platform has a different culture. Instagram needs more visuals. It's a bit shorter. TikTok needs video. It's a bit more catchy. LinkedIn needs a bit more long form. Newsletters needs even longer form. So every platform has a different culture. So what the AI does is actually bringing, formatting it to suit the different platform cultures. But it is still my story, my experience, and what happened. And I think the AI part is more of it being that very close partner, or you could call her like your editor, right? To wordsmith it better for you, making it more visually inclined, aesthetic, however you want to put it, and also helping you to distribute it out so that you actually spend less time on, the admin work, and actually spending more time, really connecting with people and kind of like sharing your message.
Yeah. Wow, it's so interesting. You're probably the first person I met who has so many social media platforms, because the popular opinion and belief is that you need to pick certain platforms where your target audience is, rather than being on all the platforms. So what made you actually choose all of these platforms? Because the audience is quite different on TikTok, for example, compared to Instagram or LinkedIn,
So I think it's a little bit more of, you're right to say, picking the right platforms where your audience is. But I guess the reason why I have all the different social media platforms is because my audience is also very, very broad in that sense. Because everyday people is a very broad term. But I do have focus platforms. Like, for example, I focus a little bit more on Instagram and LinkedIn. So these two platforms are where I focus more on. A little bit more on Instagram than LinkedIn, but, I'm trying to work my LinkedIn a little bit more. The other platforms are kind of more of like distribution channels in that sense. I'm still active there. I'm creating content, I'm responding, but it's not my primary social media. Like the ones that I opened, when I wake up in the morning, I don't really open social media first. I open emails first. But after that, when I open social media, I will go to Instagram first, just to check my messages, because friends message me there as well. Then LinkedIn, then sometimes only when I get the notifications, then I look at the other social media platforms, or when Seraphina highlights and tells me that, okay, you need to look into this because I cannot respond to it.
Interesting. Okay. So we have the social media, we have speaking opportunities, which you secure for yourself. So you reach out to different event organizers, conference organizers, and then do you have to pay or they pay you?
So one thing here is that I'm not very shy to pitch myself.
Oh, yes. That's also, you need to have the courage to pitch yourself. Yeah.
And one of the tricks there is actually my Seraphina helps me with the approach.
Oh, with the pitch.
Because I think that portion is where people procrastinate about, like, okay, how do I approach this? I think this can be solved by AI, by telling the situation and how can I craft it better. Okay, so I do pitch to conferences to speak on them, and usually I would ask for a fee as well, because my rationale here is that I'm providing value. Therefore, when you provide value, there should be a reward attached to it to some extent.
Exchange, right?
There's an exchange, correct. And if there's no exchange, then maybe that value isn't worth so to speak. But I do kind of adjust my rates accordingly, depending on, like the affordability of the conference as well, which is easy to define when you know what the ticketing price is going to be like and who are the sponsors, right?
I see.
So most of my engagements are paid when it comes to AI and automation. I do like pro bono stuff for, let's say, like women empowerment or, like entrepreneurship, because those are not my core topics. Yeah, but generally for AI and automation, it's usually more paid engagements.
Interesting. It's an interesting mindset, because most of the people feel and think that you have to pay to actually be a speaker. So the reality is that you can even get paid for it, right?
But this is a little bit on positioning as well.
Yeah.
So I think you have to kind of look at it as how you position yourself as well. So, okay, just think about it, right? When you want to engage a KOL or creator, right? When you see that this person is a KOL or creator, you wouldn't automatically think that, oh, this is a good customer. The first thing you'll be thinking is, I should engage this person. That means you want to pay the person to actually help you to promote your product or service, correct? But if you look at an entrepreneur per se, okay, the first thing that the conference or the business development people will be thinking of is that, oh, this is a potential sponsor for the conference.
Yeah.
So the positioning does affect the outcome of it, whether you are the person being hired or the person hiring.
So you mean you are positioning yourself more as a KOL, as an influencer rather than an entrepreneur?
In that sense, yes. So I try to position myself more as a creator and a speaker. So I'm for hire rather than I'm hiring.
Okay, that's an interesting. That's an interesting idea. Actually, positioning does matter. How you position yourself is how you're going to be perceived and treated, right? So. Okay, and so apart from social media and then speaking engagements, do you also have something else to become visible? Like, are you part of any communities, or maybe it's just one-on-one person, like human-to-human interactions? Maybe you meet random people. You know, recently my friend mentioned that she's messaging people on LinkedIn and then asking for a coffee meetup every week. So her aim is to meet one person per week, one new person, from LinkedIn. And I recently tried to do that as well. And it's really so amazing, It's so amazing how many new people you can meet and how many partnerships you can create. What do you think?
So I did try that, but I think it's also a personality issue. I'm not very good in networking per se.
Okay.
So starting the conversation for me is a little bit harder than continuing the conversation.
Even though you are an extrovert, right?
Yes, I'm an extrovert.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I can be an extrovert in a party and just sitting there and just observing.
Okay.
I'm still an extrovert.
Yeah.
So I tried that method. It was actually quite enriching, but at the same time, there was a little bit of tension because, like, sometimes the first thing I say might not be the right thing that I said.
Okay.
And I think also in the case that because of where I'm more exposed to, so right now what I do is that I create sessions. I create coffee sessions. So I create coffee sessions and invite people.
That who you already know?
No, can be random people. I'll just do a coffee session and then invite random people.
From where? From social media?
From social media,
Okay.
I will just let them know that, there's this session, it's just, getting to know discovery kind of sessions. So there's no strings attached per se. For some reason, my brain is able to pitch better than it is able to emotionally connect at first touch point.
I see, to pitch better. Okay. I think we connected emotionally quite well when we first met.
But you started the conversation.
I started. And you continued. That's what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it was easier for me to like host a gathering rather than a one-to-one because I think it's just a character issue here. Yeah. So that's one of the things that I actually do on a regular basis to actually have this kind of session. So, people get to know people. I get to know people as well.
Great.
The other thing, of course, is that I do have my own publicist. So my publicist does pitch me for media interviews and things like that. In fact, recently I had the Straits Times one.
Wow.
I think it was 2 days ago.
I think I saw it. About your story, right? About
Yep.
your AI. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So having a publicist is good as well because since that story was published, I mean, old friends contacted me. Oh, I didn't know this happened. Things like that. People on social media also, that saw it also kind of like contacted me. And, like, strangely enough, Seraphina has more attention than I do, which is good because, we share the same face.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people were actually asking more about the agentic AI portion, like, how to actually get their workflows done so that they can have more time with their kids or their family, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Thank you for sharing. And maybe the last questions that I want to ask, what did being visible cost you? Like, is there any cost that you had to pay?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. So I had this conversation with my friend a while back about, the cost of visibility and, being misunderstood and things like that, right? But I think, so to be honest, I'm actually on the spectrum. So there's certain things about me that's a little bit different from others. So I think the general understanding of the cost of it is that there is no privacy. But for me, however, that cost of privacy is not really a major thing for me because I'm not really a very private person. I don't mind sharing openly and honestly about things. So, but like, I think the impact is more to like my friends and also like my boyfriend, because that means it's not that I don't have privacy, it's also they don't have privacy. So I only started realizing this a while back when I was having that session with my friend that's like, oh, you do realize that although you don't feel that, but we kind of, because we are acquainted, we feel that. And that's when it kind of like hit me. I was like, oh.
Interesting.
So that became like one of the, I guess the negative portion of the visibility, because I wasn't aware of the impact that it caused people around me. And when, for example, like, maybe I said something that, people didn't like, and then they went to my friends to, make noise about it. And that actually impacted them more than me directly.
Yeah.
And knowing that afterwards, then the impact hit.
Yeah, I see. But you can also control the type of content that you put out there, right? So let's say if you are not comfortable to put your personal life out there, then you can kind of like, you as one who decides, right? So in a way you can control the level of exposure.
Correct.
Yeah.
The level of exposure is one thing, but like what I mentioned was more of like, I said something that wasn't about a private thing per se, but it's just more of like, an opinion that I have. And it just didn't sit well with a friend's friend, for example.
I see.
That friend saw it and, kind of like asked my friend, why is she like that?
Yeah, I understand.
And
what you
that
mean.
caused that impact.
Yeah. Because you are public, you are exposed, and people can see your opinions, and it might not land well with your circle, right?
The strange thing is that they didn't come to me directly. They had to impact my friends, which that is the part that, created impact on me.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for sharing so much wisdom. I think that this topic of visibility is very relevant in today's world, no matter who you are, what you do, whether you are in business and corporate. Building your personal brand is really so important if you want to attract more opportunities, you simply just need to let people know that you exist, right? Otherwise, people will just not know, and they will not be able to engage you to provide the value and the expertise that you have. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
I hope, guys, it was a valuable session for you, and you learned a lot of insights as much as I did. And as usual, don't forget to sign up for my channel and like this video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.